Hello everybody, it is Monday the 21st of January. Still looking for a usable thought that will change our perceptions of ourselves so that we create something that is somewhat better for ourselves and better for all. So I was I was listening to my friend Tina to her videos that she made this morning, which set me on a trail of thought. Again, triggered nicely. The videos were about the AI. That was the last video, and that really set me off. Talking about Sophia. Which brought me to, and before that, thinking about the seeds that are planted in us, thoughts that we run with, that we give our emotions to out of which we create realities. And of course, those stories that were being told in the Bible and in other teachings, they contain seeds that we are maybe not straight off aware of what it is actually growing in us. And this brings me again to I am that I am, I create that I create. So how do we see ourselves? Because out of that we are creating. Not necessarily the truth of us, but the truth according to ourselves, because that is what we know. So when you come to the creation story, and here's the thing, that we were created out of the dust of this earth, yeah, but by something else, not by this earth. By something outside of this earth. So that we are not a product of nature. And then, that is what is in just about all creation stories. Whether we were created from clay or dust or wood or whatever. But we were created from something that was from this earth. And not by this earth. So that is already in the creation stories, and that is something that we've taken on board in the way that we see ourselves. And now biology, and that is the fusion of that one gene that is in a place that should not have happened, or that's what they say, it should not have happened in nature because it's in the wrong place. So that seems to bear the story out. So we're in scientific terms, we're now talking about interventionism rather than evolution. Oh, the light is flickering. We have a storm going on outside, so I hope it holds up. So, so there is where we are, interventionism. So what perception does that create in ourselves? Not awareness, not aware perception, but subconscious perception of ourselves. The way that we're feeling alienated from this world, the way that we don't seem to find a home here, to integrate into the whole, we somehow feel we're something else. We're also being told that we are something else in order to serve one intention or another. So that's the perception of ourselves. So, and then you have I am that I am that I think I am the way I know myself, subconsciously. And then I create what I create according to myself. We create that which we know ourselves to be. And here we are creating an AI, an artificial intelligence. Because if you, in biological terms, you could say, by the way the story is told, you could say we are an artificial intelligence. Artificially created out of the dust of this earth. So we are creating what we think we are. And what we really need is a new perception of ourselves. And it's not changing the story, because as I said, science seems to be bearing that story out now. So the story seems to be correct. We need a new angle of looking at that, because it's not just one truth. It's like looking at a ketchup bottle. If you read the label at the front, that is the truth, and you describe it, and that is truth. And then if you turn the bottle around and you look at what is on the other side, you can describe this, which is completely different from the front, but it's still truth. It's not that one side is right and the other is wrong. Question is, which side would serve us? What perception would serve us in going forward, in the way we want to go forward? I mean, if we want to become slaves of this higher force, and then yes, we are an artificial intelligence, and we should not think for ourselves, and we should give everything that our knowledge to that which created us. And then, that story would serve you. But for freedom, for independence, for being an I am that I am, that side of things really does not serve you. It does not serve you, it serves God, but it doesn't serve you. So, a different perception of looking at that. So they are saying, because of that fusion in the chromosome, this could not have happened in nature. Or actually, the truth is, it would have been very unlikely to have happened in future. It is not impossible because it was done. So it was a possibility contained within this world. It was a possibility contained within nature, because otherwise it could not have been done. Now, if it had been evolution, as I said, because of where the fusion is, it would have probably taken several steps to get to that point. And for us, it would have probably been better if it had taken several steps to get to that point, because we could have grown with what we are, instead of being really presented with ourselves as a finished article. Well, that's not how it happened, but it's still a possibility contained within nature. That is to say, we are still a part of this world, a possibility of this world. So we are not freaks. We are not artificial intelligences. We are not something that has got no right to be in nature, that has got no place in nature. We're not that. We are a possibility that was contained in this. And we have that perception of ourselves, that we have a right to be. And that we have a right to be an I am. So, and there is then, who's your father? And who's your mother? Was it that tweaked your genes and created an intelligent being? Or is it that provided the material to create that being in the first place? And you have a right to turn toward this world and say, this is what I am a part of. You are a possibility that was contained in this. And that would give us a completely different perception of ourselves. And I said, we have that other perception. I think it is subconscious more than anything, but out of it we are creating. And that's what Jesus said, you will know them by their fruits. Yeah? We are creating out of a subconscious knowledge of what we are. And we are creating an AI. But I said, that's only one side of the story. That's only one way you can look at that. If you change your perception of what you are part of this world. You have a right to be, independent of which way you came into being. It's nothing to do with it. You are now. So you have a right to be and you are a conscious being. Therefore, you have free will. So, as I said, if we can, they're always talking about rewiring our subconscious. So if we can rewire that thought, it's not doing away with what happened, but just looking at a different perception, a different part of it. Looking at it from a different angle, and it's still truth. But out of that truth, we can go forward in a completely different way. Anyway, I leave it at that for today, and I talk to you again soon. Bye.